Welcome back, man. Point of no return. We know too much, man. We done seen too much. We've been through too much, man. We are experiencing way too much. God done revealed himself to us over and over again for us to go back to the way we used to be, the way we used to think, react, and respond to life, man. This your Holy Ghost homeboy Slim, SLIMM, simply living in my moment, which means yesterday is gone. Tomorrow's never promised. All you have is right now, this moment, and I hope you fully living in yours because I'm fully living in mine, man. Just back with another quick word, man. God is going to finish what he started, yeah. So get ready for the takeoff because it's going to be quick and it's going to be sudden and it's going to be like a thief in the night. You know what I mean? You're not going to see it come, but once it arrives, you're going to forever be changed from that moment, from that experience. And that's what the enemy knows, and that's what he's been trying to delay and trying to uh, keep you from getting to is your day that you arrive at your destiny, because he knows once the people hear you, once the people receive you, once the people understand you, once the people acknowledge you and accept you, it is over. Not only will you be living your dream, you will bring others and allow them to live it with you, and then see others live their dreams through having that connection or that relationship or that moment or that bond or that time with you. So you breaking through is allowing a lot of people to break through, and that's what the enemy has been trying to keep you from. But you will arrive at your day. So no matter what you see, no matter what you experience, no matter what you're going through at this very moment, no matter how you feel, no matter what is wrong, understand that everything is right. And when you feel like you have no other way, no other option but to continue doing it the way that God has been telling you to do it and go the way that he's been telling you to go, you will arrive at your day, at your moment. And it's these times when everything is beyond your control and beyond your say and beyond your grasp that God brings it forth to you. You've done your part. You are doing your part. You continue to get up every day and dedicate yourself to the purpose and to the promise that God has ordained over your life. He honors that and he rewards that. So I want you to just continue to do what you have been doing. But this time, do it understanding that you're doing it for a reason. You're doing it because it's real. You're doing it because your day is upon you. You're doing it because you're about to receive that phone call any day now, any moment, any second. It's yours, and you stay ready. You keep the oil in your lamp burning. You keep the signal going and shining bright, so God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit and his messengers and the angels and his protectors and his givers and providers can see exactly where you are and bless you with no problem. And it's going to be to the point to where it is going to flood, and you're not going to have enough hands, you're not going to have enough rooms, you're not going to have enough bank accounts, you're not going to have enough garages, you're not going to have enough heart to fill all these experience and all this joy and all these blessings in. And the best thing that you are doing is that you have the heart to help, and that's what you see. You just yearn to be a difference. You just yearn to be the fullness of you are, of all that you are. You yearn to be utilized in a way that is going to bring beautiful moments and happiness and just a way out for a lot of people. And all you want to do is just start with right where you are. You want to bless the people that's been down with you since day one, the people that has been supported you and known that you were meant to do great things before anybody else acknowledged it. These are for the people that have stayed close with you, that have checked in with you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to talk to nobody every day, but every time you talk to them, you pick up right where you left off. Every time you see them, it's all love. Every time you interact and have a chance to communicate with them and, be in their presence, it's always a good experience. And this is for these people. This is for the people who have had broken hearts and broken dreams and so many failed attempts of just trying to make something of themselves at life. And now is an opportunity to see somebody real, see somebody regular, do extraordinary things. And you're the one, you know what I'm saying? You're relatable to everybody. So it's not going to be a place that you can't go. It's not going to be a heart, a soul that you can't reach with your message. And, people going to want to know, hey, how did you become successful? How did you become wealthy? How did you become this person of great stature, of great respect, and great honor. And, how do you know what you know? How do you come up with the things you come up with? And, how do you see what you see? And then you have one answer to every question, and it's God. It's simple. And it encourages others to go seek that relationship with God because they're seeing what God is doing in your life. You know where God has brought you from. You know what God has brought you through. You know what God is bringing you towards. So you have no reason to stop celebrating and stop being thankful, and you have every reason to continue praying without ceasing and just continue to being humble and just continue to just smile inwardly as you see these things changing and externally and fighting you and pulling against your will and pulling against your soul and pulling against your purpose. Understand that it's working against you for your own benefit. These struggles, these times, these days, these seasons of just not having more than what you think that you should have. You know what I'm saying? We grateful because we got enough every day to make it, but we want to have enough to save and leave behind generational wealth and change our lives and many lives. So in order to do that, you need an abundance. So that's what we coming into. So if you've managed everything you had to the penny, to the second, you've managed everything you had meal to meal, you know what I'm saying? So you've done good with what God has gave you, the little bit that you did have. So with the increase, he knows that you're going to be responsible and you're going to do what you have to do to maintain it and multiply it and to be able to share with others. So that's what you tell people. God showed me the way. God told me this. Like, God unlocked this confidence in myself. God allowed me to see the best version of myself. God gave me a dream. God gave me a purpose. God gave me a reason to want to be here. And it's going to encourage others to go ask God the same things. And then in that, they going to build a relationship with God. And then that bridge is going to be met and paved in gold. And then they going to continue to walk back and forth across that, going back and forth just to see what God got for them. And then before you know it, you're going to see other people live their dreams and become the best version of themselves. And it's all interlinked. It's all interconnected. And you're a big part of humanity. You're a big part of society. You're a big part of the community. You're a big part of the entertainment industry. You're a big part of life itself. And now you're getting an opportunity to go in this thing clean, to go in this thing pure, to go in this thing purged of anything that is against what you were made to do and who you were created to be. God renewed you, restored you, and now he's releasing you back into the world, a new creature with a new mind, with a new spirit, with new talents, new gifts, new abilities, and new confidence that you found only in faith. You coming in this thing with favor and with divine protection and with divine intelligence that's going to allow you to stand in the fiery furnace and allow you to stand in the lion's den and the stake pit and not be killed, steal, nor destroyed. You're going to be able to be around these people and not be corrupted and be able to stand in light and stand in truth and stand in honor and stand in just and get what's yours and what's due. So I applaud you for being patient. I applaud you for staying dedicated. I applaud you for doing the right thing when you had every opportunity to give up, when you had every opportunity to sin, when you had every opportunity to creep or, do all these things. And you chose to continue to protect who and what God has for you. You chose to continue to love and respect who and what God has for you. You chose to continue to adore who and what God has for you. So God has no choice but to increase all that you are and give you the desires of your heart. You're now at this point where you're doing everything that God is telling you to do. Remember, we talked about this. You get to this point to where he has no reason to tell you no. You're at this point now. And it's a beautiful thing. So don't abuse it. Don't neglect it. Don't misuse it. Don't give it away. Don't take it for granted. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing the right thing so God could continue to honor your words and honor the promises that you make it to your loved ones. Your same promises you make it to the loved ones, the same promises that God is making to you. So that's the only reason why you're able to say these things with such boldness, because you know that God is not a man that he will lie. He's not a man that he's going to be double-minded or have a double tongue and say one thing and do another. No, he's going to give you exactly what he's told you and promised and made that covenant, that pact with you. He's going to give you that and so much more. So just get ready, because this ride is going to be like a roller coaster. It's going to be smooth, and then you just going to go. So I want you to have fun. I want you to go into everything relaxed, calm, cool, and collected. Remember, we run to the scene, but then we walk on that stage. You know what I'm saying? And you get there, but you always want to go in regardless of how you feel. And that anxiety is not one that is making you afraid. No, it's one that you anticipate. Is one that is a longing, a yearning to be all that you are. So you about to get to that moment. So just take your time with it. We've seen how other people lost their light. We've seen how other people started one way and ended up a different way. We've seen how people was perceived to be thought as this, and then when the truth come to light and everything that they were doing in the dark come, and then everything we already knew was confirmed, and somehow we act surprised, you feel me? But I guess it's a different thing when things are validated to be true. But you want to stay clear from scandal. You want to stay clear from just unnecessary drama, unnecessary arguments, unnecessary quarrels, because all these things is going to take you out the spirit to achieve the mission that is set before you. You got to stay on task. You got to stay on top of the game. You got to stay ahead of the game. You got to stay ready and prepared at all times. Again, regardless of what you feeling like, regardless of what you sound like, regardless of what you're going through, understand that we ready. So we just waiting on our moment. We waiting on our day, but it's upon you. So you just got to allow God to finish what he started. Continue to do you. You know what works. You know what you're supposed to do. You know what you're not supposed to do. So just keep it simple. Keep things linear. Remember to write things down. Stay organized. Remember to check on your list daily and make sure that you're scratching out and marking out things, meaning that you are completing things. Don't let time just be passing you by and you're not achieving or doing anything towards your purpose and the promise that God has for you, because a lot of people lose their blessing because they get their blessing and they weren't prepared for it. So now all that talking that they was doing, all that planning and prepping they was doing, somehow they stopped. God still blessed them anyway. And then when they get the chance to finally get into the end zone, they drop the ball. They drop the ball. So you don't want to be that person that just get it one day and then lose it the next. You want to be able to now walk into this new life and understand that this is a different phase. This is a generational reset. This is now going to become the standard for your family to be wealthy, to be educated, to be rebels, to be revolutionaries, to be creative, and to be able to profit off every ability, talent, skill that we have, and somehow keep it in the family, somehow keep it connected, and then we're going to build a franchise, and then that franchise becomes a dynasty, and then dynasty stands the test of times, and then you're going to be talked about in history books. So understand that what you're doing right now in the present is all going to be counted towards your future. So if you're doing nothing, if you're investing nothing, then what do you expect to have in your future? You got to invest all that you have. It's that moment. It's that opportunity to where it's all or nothing. You can't be halfway. You can't be still flinching and pump faking. No, man, take your shot every chance you get. And every time I take a shot, trust me, bro, I'm not missing, bro. Trust me. So I'm just waiting on the bigger shots, the bigger bags, the bigger moments, the bigger opportunities to be able to get this message out in different avenues. You know what I'm saying? There's more than one way to skin a cat, and there's more than one way to give praise and give worship to God, and what other way than sing about it, rap about it, you know what I'm saying? Be creative about it, because that's the highest form of praise, when you use your voice to say, I love you, God, to say, I thank you, God, and then you put that with rhythm, rhyme, and reason, man, and you package that in a way that is going to afford you a life that is going to be comfortable, and that is going to be inspirational and motivational for others. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing anything to step on nobody or to look down on nobody. Nah, you trying to put your hand down and pull people up. You feel me? And those who want to come, you invited to the party. You invited to the Slim Show. You feel me? But just keep watching, stay tuned, and like I say, we any day now, man. And hopefully soon, real soon, I'll be able to share music with y'all. I'm just trying to get the business done. I'm just trying to get everything situated so we can come into this thing owning ourselves, owning our masters, having control over our publishing and all these things that, you know, artists give up because they in a rush to be in the limelight. The limelight is not important, but the opportunity to be heard and opportunity to be felt, the opportunity to be all that I am is, and the opportunity to say I love God in front of the whole world in a cool way, that's very important to me. So just stay tuned, man, and whatever dreams and goals y'all have, if y'all been working at it, man, I promise you, it's scary now because things are so easy. That's how much time you put in that it just flows now, and you're in a good spot, a sweet spot. That's because you're pure. You're not cheating the art. You're not cheating the process. You're not cheating life. So you're going through every emotion. You're going through everything that you could possibly go through in order to get to your dreams and your desires of your heart. So I want you to just keep going and just dig down even deeper, man, and just bring out that monster, bring out that mamba, and let's finish what we started. Finish what we started, but you know, like I say, we right there. God is just putting them finishing touches on it, man. Till next time, Slim.